Great. More of them. And stay down. Why is this always Really, guys? What a waste. Really, guys? What a waste.
Oh, man. You almost got arrested and put on the
There's no way I'd screw things up that bad.
In all seriousness, those bullies got what was coming. I kinda wish you messed them up worse. That way, they'd never bother Koda-san again.
Yeah, but that wouldn't really solve the problem. not everything can be settled with a fight.
What? Wow, look who's talking.
But that's where those speakers come into play, isn't it?
Yeah, if everything goes as expected.
Hey, you did everything you could, right? So we'll see what tomorrow has in store.
Wish you hadn't. What a waste.
Yo. So, are you gonna come out to lunch with us or what?
Don't you have anything more to say than that, Coda? Get your ass up. Come on. Matsune's really not in the mood to deal with your shit today.
I'll just eat lunch here, okay?
Huh? You're giving us lip now? I guess you won't be needing this stuff then.
We told you to get your ass up, you little slut. Oh, maybe you've started fucking guys on your lunch break now?
You're out here living the dream, aren't you?
Enough! Get your ass up!
What's the fucking holdup, Coda? You should be thanking us for even inviting you to come.
So slow. I can't fucking stand you.
Well, damn. So much for my appetite. You guys are making me sick.
Hey, who the fuck said that? We're making you sick, huh? You guys talking about us?
You see anyone else being assholes? Of course he's talking about you.
Yeah, I've about had it with you punks. This shit's getting old.
The fuck? Ganging up on the same girl day after day make you feel real big?
Unfucking believable that it takes 3 of them to do the job.
Seriously, you guys? You're taking Coda's side here? You know she's just a whore, right?
You okay, Koda-san? Just ignore these losers.
How low can you go? Calling someone a whore isn't gonna win you any points.
Right? Let's hear it for the picture of purity over here.
What the hell? Hey!
She can dish it, but she can't take it. Hope the boys are watching.
What?
What the fuck, man? If you want to talk shit, say it to my face.
What part of this don't you understand?
Yeah. You know what, guys? It's true. You guys just need to leave her alone.
He's right. He's totally right. What's your problem with her anyway?
Yeah, Coda didn't do anything wrong, guys.
Exactly. So back off Koda-san already.
Stop acting like little punks. Get the hell out of here.
When you guys going to lunch, go choke on a chopstick.
Oh, how does it feel now?
Just get going, would you?
Yeah. Toss them out.
What in the hell is going on here?
Hey, Watson. Fuck this.
Yeah. Let's just go.
Fuck it.
Wow. I've never seen those kids band together like that.
They all knew what was going on in there now. It can be hard to speak up even when you know something happening right in front of you is wrong. Not so different from adults, right?
Yagami-san, was everything we just witnessed part of your plan?
It's just psychology. There's this concept called the bystander effect. According to the psychologists, when a person witnesses an incident, there's 3 things that run through their mind if other people are in the vicinity. 1, if no one else acts, it must not be urgent. 2, if no one else acts, I don't have to take action either. And 3, if I take action alone, I'll embarrass myself. The result? Everybody stands there and nobody takes action. I just figured if I could get even one person to step up and raise their voice, it would spur the rest of them to push past their inability to act. Penguins are the same way. You ever seen a flock of them hesitating to take a leap into the sea? One takes the first plunge and the others all start following after him.
The first penguin, you say? It's a fascinating term for a display of bravery. I've heard it said that overseas in America, the first penguin is a symbol of respect.
So for Yagami-shi, that would mean your voice was the first penguin in that classroom.
I can't say for certain this resolved your bullying problem. But here's hoping it's at least a good first step.
They're gone. You should be safe from them for a while.
What do you say we monitor the situation for now? Might not be what.
I suppose your plan has worked out for the best, but it should be teachers and administrators handling these matters.
You know what? I couldn't agree more.
Then if you'll excuse me.
Oh, come on, man. Lighten up a little. You didn't have to rub it in her face.
You know what she thinks? She thinks we're some bums off the street trying to meddle in academic affairs.
Well then, I apologize on her behalf. Hard to admit this at my age, but I learned quite a bit from what you did.
I wouldn't go that far.
Good stuff, Yagami-san.
Naturally. I knew you would deliver.
Huh? Sorry, I have to take this. Hey, this is Yagami.
This is Shirosaki. Do you have a minute?
Sure.
I have a rather urgent request for you. It concerns a trial we've been involved with.
Listen, sorry-san, I'm a little busy. I don't know if I can take a rush job at the moment.
We aren't even in Kamucha right now. Actually, I'm in Yokohama.
Really? That's interesting.
I'm helping Sugiura out with a case for his new agency. We're on site right now. At Serio High School. Sorry-san? You there?
Serio High? Somewhere near Ijincho? Is that the school?
Have you heard of it?
A college-age student teacher from that school went missing about 2 months ago. It was all very sudden.
Huh. I think I heard something about that, actually.
He himself was a Serio High graduate. He'd returned to his alma mater to finish his teaching credential.
Just a sec. How do you know so much about this?
The teacher's name is Hiro Mikoshiba, and his body was discovered a few days ago. They found him in one of Ijincho's abandoned buildings.
Huh?
The body was badly decomposed, but Kanagawa police have just released his identity. Moments ago, in fact.
Moments ago?
This is gonna end today?
Thing is, someone else knew Mikoshiba was dead, before the police even confirmed it. A sex offender, Akihiro Ehara. I defended him in court. The day Mikoshiba disappeared, Ehara was arrested at the station for groping. He's also an active duty officer.
So you're saying he committed the murder too?
No. The victim was still alive while Ehara was at the station in Tokyo committing sexual battery. He was caught and arrested on the spot. And he's been in jail for the 2 months since.
So if I have this right, he has an alibi for the murder?
Right. But there's more to it. A few days ago, someone lit flares at the location of Mikoshiba's body. It obviously couldn't have been Ehara, so I suspect that's the real culprit. But whoever that is somehow connected to Ehara.
Yeah. Otherwise, there's no other way he could have known about the body.
Exactly. There's clearly more to Ehara than an officer turned groper. More than likely, he's an accomplice to murder.
Okay. So do we have a motive?
4 years ago, Ehara's only son hung himself in their home. He was a student at Serio High at the time. And the way Ehara sees it, his death was the result of bullying at the hands of his classmate, Mikoshiba.
You mean it's revenge? In that case, could he possibly have hired someone else to kill the guy in his stead?
It's highly likely. As for my request, I'd like to see what you can find out. Mikoshiba's murder is too suspicious. Up until today, I wrote Ehara off as just another train groper. But he got arrested for that on the exact day that Mikoshiba was killed. It can't be a coincidence.
I mean, you couldn't ask for a better alibi than being arrested for a different crime, right? Otherwise, the cops would have pinned him as suspect number 1.
But groping as an alibi? Why go to all that trouble? There had to have been a better way than that. I'm worried. As his attorney, I have to admit there's a chance Ehara planned this, which means I've made a critical oversight. Even worse, I let a misguided court issue a verdict. I can't allow that to stand. I need to reconsider both the harassment and the murder, because I think the truth is these cases are one and the same.
All right. Well, what can I do for you?
Can you see if anyone at Serio High will talk about Mikoshiba? Right now, we need more information. And the first thing we should focus on is how and why he disappeared. That could give us a lead.
So, does this mean you're hiring me?
It does. Consider it an official request, if you would.
Okay, I'm on it. No better feeling than when the jobs line up perfectly.
Ijincho, Yokohama. A harbor town where rotting...
Before I go all in, can we go over the defendant's profile? That way I'll have something to work.
Sure. Akihiro Ihara. He'd been stationed in Shinjuku and lived alone.
Lived alone? Unmarried then?
His wife moved to Yokohama without him 7 years ago, when their son, Toshiro-kun, ended up taking his life in his 3rd year. That's 4 years ago.
And the couple never reconciled, huh?
Apparently his wife wanted nothing to do with him from that point. That's it for personal details.
All right.
As for the charge, mind you,
The same footage the media was plastering on TV?
Yes.
Hard to dispute something you can see. And what about when they handed down
Your Honor, in a warehouse, the body belonged.
Ihara seemed convinced that Mikoshiba had bullied his son, and to get us justice. However, the court ruled I still need to dig into the court.
Sounds like I'm on deck. The chairman.
Are you?
I don't
I'm
know.
listening.
Mikoshiba's murder. The Kanagawa... Exactly.
What's that?
Ihara's... That means we... If we don't make... And once his case...
Right.
I'm sorry to give you...
Don't worry. I'll have to...
Yo, what was that about?
Sorry. Give me one more sec. Actually, Kaito-san.
May I help you with something, Yagami?
You sure can. Remember how you told me about a student teacher went missing?
Oh,
This is him, right? Hiro Mikoshiba.
How do you have that photo?
I'd like to ask a bit about him.
What?
I'm afraid I can't give you any details. I'm sure you understand. I know that isn't much consolation.
But don't you see?
I promise. I'll tell you where... I'll start with the basics.
That's correct.
How long was he supposed to be here?
3 weeks, originally. It was as if all was well. Then, suddenly, he was gone. Or, at least, that's how I...
Were you two not that close?
No. We had barely exchanged a word.
Wasn't there a pretty dark rumor about Mikoshiba-kun for...
You mean what was dredged up online? However, the court found no evidence...
But you had your doubts, didn't you? So you called on us?
Well, yes. But the tragedy...
Well, you say that. Why would the head of a potentially even out...
Well, then there's... I should mention...
That's fair.
I'm...
Could this be what riled you up?
But this is...
This is footage of Akihiro Ihara 2 months ago. The man was an active duty police officer, so of course it made the rounds in the media. You already knew all that. After all...
Well, that's...
And now that he's in the police would dig up that suicide. They might even reach the conclusion. I get the feeling that's why we're really here. To prevent another mess on your...
I see.
That's simply
You
not
sure
true.
about that?
Every time I saw
I can assure you...
In that case...
Her?
See?
How was I supposed to know?
So...
No, thanks.
In that case,
Perfect.
you may want...
Sorry, Kaito-san, but I'm feeling...
I don't understand the meaning of...
If I had time to explain, I would.
I'm sorry. Did you need something, sir?
Oh. Is Sawa-sensei here?
She should be back shortly.
Well, no one's special, really. I just need to have a quick...
It's right over there.
Thank you. What the? Suspicious. What the?
What are you doing here? I thought you'd have gone by now.
Yes, well, I need to ask you a couple things.
Such as?
Such as how close you were to Hiro Mikoshiba.
What?
I heard from Chairman Okuda you were mentoring him as a...
Why do you of all people want to know?
Did you notice anything unusual before he disappeared? Any sign of trouble he might have had?
I can't say for sure. He just stopped showing up one day. Really, that's all I know.
Is that really all you can tell me?
I said that's all.
You know what, look, you were already a teacher here by... Back when a student here, and Mikoshiba-kun...
Yes, but those were just...
So he wasn't involved in any...
I teach English, and that's what I was focused on. So as far... And during his...
Is not the time...
I would say...
Then why would those...
You're asking the wrong person. 4 years ago, the court determined this school was not responsible for...
You mean Ahara-san's lawsuit? Well, I'm sure you've seen the news.
Yes, but what of it?
I believe Ahara-san still thinks his son killed him.
Let me ask you something, Yagami-san.
By all means.
What are you trying to accomplish? If that wasn't... You should have had the
Believe
sense.
me.
In that case...
One last question. Anyone in particular that he was close to?
Mikoshiba...
Basketball.
Yes. They all spent quite a...
All right. With that, I'll get out of your hair. Appreciate...
just a minute!
Kaito-san, you...
Why?
Don't be like that.
You enjoy playing...
You mean, did I enjoy... That aside, I did get some... I want to find those... Thanks. Close one. Almost got it.
Huh?
You're Koda-san from Class 2 too, right? Basketball too?
Yeah?
You have a second? I have some questions about a student teacher who taught classes here named Mikoshiba. Ow! Really?
Yo, you read me talk? That posse of little shitheads just went strutting into the gym with some bats.
Kaito-san, can you at least try to warn me a little sooner next time?
Why? You worried?
Hey! Why are you still here, asshole? Who the hell are you, anyway?
Talking pretty big for taking a cheap shot while my back was turned.
You had it coming, shady old fuck!
Coda! Hey, you been spilling anything to this guy?
I didn't say anything.
I'll fill you in. I was asking her about Miko Shiba, a student teacher who disappeared from school not too long ago. You guys know him, right? The basketball club would.
Don't bother trying to talk to us like we're your fucking friends, asshole.
I wanna bash your fucking skull in. You'll die before I tell you shit.
You wiped the floor with us yesterday. Only fair for you to take a handicap.
I don't mind at all. Sure. All good. But it's still gonna be pretty one-sided.
You're so full of shit. I'm gonna kick your ass!
Let's go! You've got a lot of guts for your age, kid. But come on. You really need a better outlet for all that aggression.
Let me go!
Just what on earth is going on in here?
Hey. Let's roll out.
I'm gonna do you a favor here and leave out the part about the bats.
Huh? Are you even listening?
Yes, ma'am. We were just horsing around a bit. Right?
Just horsing around is right.
You really are unbelievable. Why are you attacking defenseless students on their school property? How many times must I...
For what it's worth, the chairman asked...
Oh, good. How should our chairman... Don't worry.
Not the...
If I hear... Oh.
You hear all that, Kaito-san?
I'm afraid Sawa-sensei's after all.
Wait. Okay, how about this? You can hire me on as a teacher. That way, I can stay on campus no...
But you can't teach without a license. You don't happen to have one.
No, but I do have a lawyer's badge.
You're a lawyer?
Can't we work something out?
I'm afraid some... although...
Oh, yeah. Do you happen to have a kung fu club?
No, there's nothing of the sort.
That's unfortunate.
Me again. I say it's time we hightailed it out of here. No use sitting around on our asses, right? Why don't you meet us back here and we'll...
I can't.
Suit yourself.
Aha! Stop right there!
Huh?
I knew it. Suspicion confirmed.
Can I help you?
Actually, you already have. I didn't think you'd be foolish enough to show you.
I'm sorry, but
They always say perpetrators return to the scene of the crime. And you just proved...
Monsieur Voyeur...
I'm talking about your pervy little upskirt scheme. Seriously, hiding a camera under the...
Yeah, you lost me. Now, if you don't mind, I'm kind of in the middle of something.
Oh no, you don't! I have irrefutable proof of you're wearing the exact...
Okay, what is happening here? Sorry, but your evidence is my shoes? Everybody here's got shoes, young lady. In fact, I'm
You see, I had covered the...
Huh?
It's an oil... Which means while wearing... Lamenting your...
Mystery?
Now...
Oh, wait,
you'll...
just...
There's no escape, sir. I have a camera, maybe, with that. Turns out we're at a supply. After all, do I need it there for?
There's no way I'd have noticed an invisible substance on my shoes. I'll give you that. But even if I did step in some mystery goop, does that really prove with so many...
No, and of course. Why don't you just...
Let's say we have a chat.
A chat?
Yeah. Now, I can't give out any details, but having the cops on me would be extremely problematic. So, I'd like to resolve this as amicably as...
I will agree and make no... Hold it right there! If you run a... Hold it right there!
What the... Look at me. Do I really look like a pervert?
Well, no, actually.
Right? So, drop the Monsieur
But
Voyeur...
I would be an utter failure.
What?
No matter where or when the story is told, this trope carries over into the real world as well.
Really?
If you think you can fool this mystery fake...
Hey. You're Kyoko Amasawa-san, right? President of the Mystery Research Club?
So what if I am?
I saw your flyer. Sounds like your club's in a tough spot.
You're not wrong. Our current... On top of that, the chairman's been reluctant to bring in anyone from outside. But your arrival marks our revival. It would also prove the value of the MRC.
Well, that all sounds fine on paper. But the real-life logistics, you'll need a competent professional in your area of interest.
When you put it that way...
I'm gonna ask, just in case. How much do you need to solve your problem?
Excuse...
Oh, you're gonna need them.
You think that the only thing I...
How about you make me your advisor?
You?
Why not? Come. Oh yeah, I was asked...
So that...
I'll let you deduce that, but I will say...
If you wasn't rather...
As I was trying... I'm not done here.
Really?
But... So what do you... Oh, and if it's...
The purpose you state... But? So?
A test?
Right this way, please.
What? Hey!
Who's this, sis?
This is Yagami-san, our new advisor candidate. However, I intend to test him first. See if he's legitimate.
Fine by me. When your sister's as nosy as mine.
Please have a seat, Yagami-san.
After you.
Oh, how kind of you. So, Amasawa-san. So, getting back to this test of yours.
Yes. So, based on what you've told me, I'm inclined to drop your charges altogether. A detective's that being said, I'd also be—
Well, the con—
Then you should— And once that's— We'll either—
I get—
Actually—
I'll risk it. Could you tell me what the Mystery Research Club actually does? It seems like the advisor—
So, I founded the Mystery Research Club last year. Primarily, we function as a book club, critiquing mystery novels, but when the opportunity is ripe, we also engage— And by that, I mean solving the mysteries around—
Oh, you mean go sleuthing, like on a case. I've got to say, as a potential advisor, I'm not exactly psyched to hear you go—
Oh, don't get me wrong. We don't do this for kicks. If we could all be armchair detectives—
Yeah, don't I know it.
Unfortunately, that is rarely, if ever. Say our investigatory senses were to— Why, letting such a case slip away—
While I do admire your passion—
Then shouldn't we hand you—
Well, now—
I take it
You make some—
Well, it's about as risky as it is risky. Yagami-san.
Huh? You mean a younger girl getting paid to date an older guy?
You know it. Now, our current case involves one— It seems that one of our dance clubs— Unfortunately—
All you know is she's in dance— Well, I understand why you'd want to know more. Is she in danger?
The issue at hand is that she may be doing more than dating. Well, we found this out online, but apparently this girl's pretty infamous.
Care to elaborate?
She strings the mark along, going on— She gets a large upfront—
Okay, I mean, he's—
You're not— I believe—
Oh.
I'd say that as soon as—
Yeah, I
I
get
think
it.
we're— After all—
That's— In any case, now that the situation's clear, I'd like to get on with the test. Just tell me where to start, and I'll be there.
It is said that the great Sherlock Holmes was able to freely change his appearance into that of a total— From helpless old woman to shifty-eyed vagrant, he deceived—
So, you want me to go undercover?
Yep. Any detective worth— You're going to infiltrate the dance club as an—
Wait, you want me to teach a dance club?
If it's required, then yes. Those girls are However—
But how am I supposed—
That's okay.
Oh, great.
If it's any— Just give them—
Easy peasy?
I'm sure you can—
You're really putting me through the ringer, you know that? I guess I'll have to prevail.
Good. Then they're in the gym basement, in case you didn't know.
I know her test might be tough, Yagami-san.
Huh?
Where's the captain? Right there!
Something's not right.
Sayaka Nishizono, I'd like a word with you.
Hey, aren't you—
Amasawa from the Mystery Research Club?
Oh, great. The MRC. What do you want with that?
Calm down. I'm not here to expose your secrets to— To preface this, I noticed your club advisor hasn't been—
Yeah,
Right,
apparently—
and it must be rough trying to choreograph an entire routine without him.
Yeah, and we've got a meet coming up soon. It's so much pressure.
I see. And the stars—
Listen, Senpai, I know we might seem desperate.
Don't worry, you don't owe me for this. I'm offering you a potential advisor as a token of goodwill.
Potential advisor?
Let's not sweat the small stuff.
Help with their routine. When did I ever say that?
Oh my gosh, really? This is just what we needed. You know, I could tell you had a certain So how long have you been a pro dancer?
I'm not.
Oh, so modest. I've been living.
Whoa, whoa.
Yagami-san, this is your. Don't you get?
No.
Do you think we can get started? We've been we all know our moves and everybody's got rhythm, but it feels like it's really kind of down to the
I shouldn't have to say this, but keen observation is elementary for a And you need to tell them what you observe.
I think you guys could use a bit more...
Really? I thought they were all pretty synced up.
There we go. Isn't your routine a little...
Spice it up how, exactly? You mean like we need skimpy outfits?
What part of this is a high school?
Yeah. Sometimes I just say things. So, the music's not a bad choice. But it'll take more than your average dance mix to... Have you considered traditional enka?
Enka? But we can't just start over with a new song.
Have the rich, she told you all. Besides, it'd be demoralizing.
Isn't your routine a little...
You mean like...
What part of...
I think your performance could use a little more flair.
Flair?
Well, you're already imperfect, but you were right.
I see what you mean. If only we could come up with better stuff. Oh!
Ah. Let's take apart what could give you the edge you need. What if you cut the dancing altogether?
You want us not to dance? At a dance contest?
Yeah. Just stand there and cross your arms. It'd be high art, real...
Yeah, in the worst way possible. And even if that did work, that's no way to win a contest.
Each their own, I guess. Well, why not incorporate Kung Fu?
Did you just say Kung Fu?
Sure did. Throw a few kicks and punches.
That's actually not a bad idea. Yeah. And it's not like martial arts based, but we don't know the first thing about Kung Fu.
Well, you're in luck. Kung Fu happens to be a hobby of mine.
No way!
Well, it's my
Sweet!
Wait.
Let's, of course.
Really?
How else are we gonna learn? We'll get to analyze your moves.
I wouldn't get your hopes up, though. What if my stuff...
So, you're not gonna help us after all?
If you're giving...
Hold it.
Huh?
I've never done this
Don't be so hard on... Okay, what we'll do first is show you the opening. While you're watching, keep an eye out for...
Sure.
Okay.
Good plan. Oh, doubt I can top that. But you know what?
That's the spirit. Ready?
Let's freaking dance.
You're officially the best! Incredible.
Oh, he's amazing! That was amazing! Wow! Wait, is that could never do that? Oh my gosh, I hope he doesn't knock someone out! See it?
Oh, look at that! Did you see that?
Yagami-san, what was that just now? I thought you said you couldn't dance.
Believe me, I'm just as surprised as you. Winning is part skill and part pulling out of your ass.
I don't think a seasoned athlete could pull that off. Yagami-san,
Wow.
that was incredible.
You're giving an amateur
No
way too
way
much
an
credit.
amateur moves like that. You're so... Maybe you don't realize it, but you have a gift for this. Well, whatever you call it, we're gonna use every last bit of it in our... You seriously saved our necks just now, Yagami-san.
Hey, I'm just glad it all worked out.
If it's okay to ask, could you draw ever since our advisors, and we could all use some...
If you guys will have me, then sure.
Oh, you're the best! I think it's time
Huh?
we headed back.
So, did I pass?
Indeed you have. Honestly, every time I've...
Gee,
Well?
Oh, I'm amazing now. Does this mean I'm no longer a criminal?
Yeah. I really should apologize. Also, I have another theory as to why you installed that camera.
Yeah?
So, spreading put those pieces... But... At any rate, that is to say...
Let it be great.
Sure. So, also, they're only our schoolmate.
Yeah.
Yep. No. The chairman act... Well...
What? He told me the...
Typically, probably... Well...
Hey, you'll get your...
Oh, when you have a spare moment, could you join us in the... I'd like your advice on another case.
What, you've got something?
Yes, in fact, but that's a...
Okay. Hey guys, how we all doing? Sweating it out on some layups?
Who are you?
My name's Yagami. I've been the MRC's advisor for all of a couple minutes, and I need to ask the basketball
Okay.
There was a student teacher who used to hang around here as recent as, what, October?
Oh yeah, Mikashiba-san.
Anyway, he stopped showing up out of nowhere. Any of you have any theories? Okay, scratch that.
I wouldn't say jerk. Yeah, I mean...
The club was really good back in his day. That's probably why he had us hustling even...
So, would you say he was on good terms?
I guess.
Oh, from class 2 too? I don't know. I haven't seen Matsu, Nakane...
Something special about Class 2-2?
Well, yeah. Koda's in 2-2, and she was Mikoshiba-sensei's...
Star pupil. I do know who you're talking about.
In a way, Mikoshiba-sensei worked her harder because she hadn't played basketball till high school.
See, most of us, so anyone star... Mikashiba-sensei knew that too. I'd say he...
Sounds like
You say Mikashiba's like, he makes...
Are you saying he would mock her?
That makes it sound bad.
Hey.
That's not true.
That's... Anyway, when...
Okay, what...
Are you implying...
Beats me.
Yeah, people like to... Maybe...
Writing that... Last thing.
No.
Okay.
You spacing out on me? Look at me when I'm talking.
You can't face us because you're weak. Who gave you permission to quit anyway? Newsflash, you're nothing without the club.
Yeah. Think about us for a second. Who has to pick up all the grunt work when you're gone?
Maybe she feels special after what happened at lunch. Like people suddenly give a shit about her.
Doesn't give you the right to ditch...
Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Is that all you know how to say? You think we're letting a stuck-up...
You guys still haven't learned to play fair?
This fucking guy. Why's your dirty old ass still...
Attention students! Be on the lookout for a creeper showing up in your class!
If I were you, I'd watch my mouth around a club advisor.
Say what?
I'm Yagami, from the Yagami Detective Agency. And your chairman just hired me to advise the mystery research.
Bullshit.
I guess word hasn't gotten around? Maybe I'll let a few wisecracks slide for now, but mark my...
We'd better get to practice.
Yeah, you do that. Oh, and, break a leg out there. Matsu? Not very nice, are they? Are you alright?
I'm fine.
Koda, he started training as a teacher here pretty recently, right? And one day he just stopped showing up? At the time, did you notice anything Maybe he seemed troubled? Or you saw him hanging around strangers?
Why are you asking me?
The basketball club members think you and Mikoshiba might have been close. At least at practice.
They said that?
Well, I suppose there wasn't much truth to what I'd heard then. Don't sweat it. Just so you know, I'm actually going to be hanging around here at the school for a little while longer. If it's cool, I hope we can find a way to be friends. See ya.
Wait a sec. Earlier today it was your voice that I heard, wasn't it? I just never expected anyone to actually stand up for me in school. But you could say I didn't really stand up to them for myself much either. We all just treated it like it was a normal thing. Sometimes people would even laugh about it. But then, today, something changed.
Leave her alone.
Everyone suddenly decided to take a stand like they'd seen enough. I couldn't believe it. But that first voice, the one that told them to stop, that was your voice, wasn't it, Yagami-san?
Who could say?
I knew it. It was you. Thank you so much for that. Today was eye-opening. I never thought about how horribly I was being treated until everyone stood up for me. What's more, it made me see that I was strong. In fact, I finally stood up to the basketball kids.
So you did. Is that what made you decide to quit the club?
Ever since I was a kid, I wanted to play basketball on a real team. I used to read this manga that made it look so cool. In a comic, even if you're a terrible player, the team always tries to lift you up. I tried. I wanted it to work, even if all they did was tear me down. But today, I just up and quit. That's not cool at all, is it?
You did nothing wrong, Koda-san. Truth is, there's a lot of injustice in the world that goes unseen. And some people decide it's easier to be part of the problem than be part of the solution. The kind of people who only feel joy when they see others in pain. You can only do so much to make people see the light. At some point, you've just got to let them go. You know what I mean? And there's no shame in quitting.
But Yagami-san, I think you can only say that because you're such a strong person.
Okay. In that case, we won't call it quitting.
Huh?
You can play. Doesn't have to be with the basketball club. If you practice, you wouldn't even need a school basketball club to get to where you want to be. If this sport is what you want to do with your life, I guarantee you there's going to be a path for you to take. And all you have to do is find that path. I mean, it's got to be out there. And then you don't have to call it quitting.
I don't know about that. Are you sure? I mean, wouldn't that be cheating?
Come on, try to work with me here.
So, the MRC, you're the advisor? Yagami-san?
Yeah. If you need anything, you just let us know. Anything at all. For example, if you hit any more trouble with those basketball club kids, you find me.
Sure.
You've got this.
Oh, Mr. Detective. Yagami-san, right?
Yeah. Shouldn't you be at practice with everyone else?
Yeah, well, remember Matsune and Sakaki? You know, the two other guys I'm always hanging around? They're ready to talk to you about Mikoshiba-sensei now.
Huh.
Well, Detective, I think they have a lead for you. Hey, you're here on some kind of case, right? You know, Mikoshiba-sensei talked to us pretty often. That is, if you wouldn't mind starting fresh with all...
Oh. Turning over a new leaf, are we?
We kinda have to. How else are we gonna get good call? It would really bite us in the ass if you went and narked on. Will you at least hear us out? Please, be a nice guy.
Okay. The next floor.
Wow. How are we supposed to become...
Fine.
Really?
Over here, Yagami-san! Sorry to drag you all the way up here for this.
You wanted to talk to me? About Mikoshiba-sensei?
What? I can't hear a word you're saying, man! Why don't you come closer so we don't have to shout?
Yeah, let's get this over with. So many of you. You guys all know Mikoshiba-sensei?
Nah, that's not how our senpai friends roll. They know the Yokohama Liumang.
Yokohama Liumang? You mean the local gang?
Hell yeah. I've got a friend who's in deep with those guys. I scratch their back by bringing them chicks to hang out with, and they scratch mine by tipping me for it. It's a pretty sweet deal, actually. Also, we've got a little thing going. I get to drop the Liumang name if I need him to handle some business.
So you sell them girls in exchange for honorary membership? You need to find better friends.
Don't talk to me like you know me. I stay on their good side and I get my personal bodyguards. I work with the tools I've got to get to the top.
So you got it all figured out, don't you, kid? But you're missing the big picture. They're gonna turn the tables so fast you won't know what hit you.
I'll keep that in mind. But I wouldn't worry about me right now. You're the one who's got the real problem on his hands.
You get it? From now on, if you even lay a finger on us, you offend the Yokohama Liumang, and they'll take that personally. You see what deep shit you're in here, Yagami-san?
So how about it? You know how to say you're sorry? Cash for our pain and suffering.
Oh yeah? How much are we talking here? Grand?
$1 million. If you're short, I'd be happy to hook you up with a loan shark. I know a guy who lends for the Seiryu clan Yakuza.
First it's a gang, now it's the Yakuza. Keep bringing adult shit into this, I'm gonna start treating you like one.
Huh?
You wanna see what happens to gang members? I'll show you.
You sure you want to do that? We're gonna charge you extra.
Oh, you got this shit down, Matsui. Let's take this asshole down! Fuck him up!
Christ. Ah, my eyes. Cheap shot.
Can't see?
Got you now! No, you don't! Huh?
What? Did he just jump off?
Nah.
You guys go look for him and tell me when you find him.
Okay, sounds good. Senpai, what do we do?
You guys follow me. We'll all smoke together till we get enough.
Sure, I'll come with.
Senpai's the toughest around.
Ah, well. All for my adore.
Tastes good, Senpai? Smoking a cigarette in the classroom?
So you came all this way just to get your ass kicked?
Hey, Akane!
Okay, I'm on.
You guys better watch out. If your teacher busts you smoking. On the other hand, you guys could use a lesson in...
Huh? What the hell?
Bastard! So this is where you were hiding.
Now what? And that mouth of yours... Don't give me that smug look.
Let's go.
I think you're walking away.
Jeez. This guy's a maniac.
He's too good at this, man.
Hey, you mentioned compensation for pain and suffering. That still sound like a good idea?
No, we were just being stupid.
Then from here on out, we're buds. Right?
Ow! Ah, my shoulder!
Tell me everything you know about Mikoshiba. After all, you guys were pretty close.
Mikoshiba Sensei showed up to practice, like, basically every day. Kind of a pain in the ass, if I'm being honest.
As soon as our coach would leave, it's like a switch would flip and he'd start drilling us. He'd make us do like 10 sets of cross-court depth, and if even one of us lagged behind, it meant 10 more for all of us. That meant...
So Mikoshiba was especially hard.
Yeah, because she's such a
You gang up and belittle us. Listen up. Foul play could be in...
Hey!
This isn't the time for bullshit.
Have you talked?
All she told me was how... And that he looked...
Huh?
Why? Something off about that?
I actually ended
Rumors?
back when me and I don't...
Really?
Oh, yeah.
I teach English, and that's during...
What did she really... Hi there. Has Sawa-sensei gone home?
Actually, she's in a meeting with the chairman.
So then she's at his office?
Yes, but I think they may have some visitors.
Gotcha. Thanks.
What the? Suspicious.
Pardon. Yagami-san. Those men are with the Kanagawa police. They said they're here to make inquiries about Mikoshiba-kun's disappearance.
And they asked to see Sawa-sensei too?
Yes. But I have to ask, can you tell me what's really going on? You were asking questions about Mikoshiba-kun as well.
I should leave it to the police to fill you in on that. I mean, their sources are probably more recent than mine. They should have the latest details.
Mikoshiba-kun is no longer with us, is he? And it's It's just as I feared.
Yagami-san, why are you still here?
Because I care. Now, if you're open to the idea, you think we could walk and talk?
Why? So you can grill me with more questions? You realize the police just finished doing that.
I figured they'd come knocking sooner or later.
Then you knew Mikoshiba-kun was murdered, didn't you? And that's why you've been snooping around our school.
You're not wrong, but can we please take this up?
If you knew Mikoshiba was murdered, why didn't you tell me up?
Because that information's not public. Didn't the police ask you to keep quiet about it?
Well, yes, but even so...
What sort of questions were they asking you anyway?
I thought I was supposed to keep quiet.
Cute.
Now I'm going to ask you one last time. Please, stay off our camp. I mean, what if you end up injuring a student? It would be a nightmare for all of us.
Nobody's getting injured. All that's water under the bridge now.
Is that so?
Yeah, and I should probably mention, I'm the new advisor of the Mystery Research Club. I have the chairman's approval and everything. So, it looks like I have a place here after all.
What? Since when?
I think we're getting sidetracked here. Did the police ever mention a suspect?
No. All they told me was what happened to Mikoshiba-kun. That he's dead.
My condolences.
That was all we found out. The police were the ones asking the questions, not us. They hardly gave us room.
Yeah, sounds like an interrogation, alright.
Is there anything?
Actually, there is. I'd like to know your thoughts on Mikoshiba-kun's killer.
What?
For example, take Akihiro Ehara. Mikoshiba came up...
Ehara-san?
So the police really are...
Must you always be so
It's possible, Ehara...
What?
Despite being incarcerated for 2 months, he knew exactly where the corpse would be. This was before the Kanagawa police had even ID'd the body.
Then...
A court would say B.
How do you know all this, Yagami?
I'd tell you. I've heard you weren't as big a fan of Mikoshiba as you led me to believe. You knew he was a bully all along, but yesterday you told me he wasn't the type. I just want to get... Did you have a sudden...
It's not that simple.
Oh, one more thing. I'm pretty sadistic for...
That's an...
Then it's not a stretch to... And I think it's also safe. This is murder with... Sorry?
Everyone keeps saying
right.
Now
sorry.
if you'll excuse me.
Sawa-sensei, please.
9 o'clock tonight. I'll be at Plage on Isazaki Road.
We'll finally have a real talk?
Something like that.
Kaito-san. So I just left the school, and tonight I'm... Wait, where are you?
Third stop of our bar crawl, that's where. I thought work was...
Licking the wounds of rejection, huh? Is the 99 gang with you?
Just Sugiura. Tsukumo said he had to get...
A computer crash or something?
Don't know. Anyway, you gonna come take his place?
Nah, I gotta stay sober. I'm meeting Sawa-sensei in a bit.
You what? God damn it, man, you are killing me today.
Would you simmer down? This is work, not whatever it is you're doing. Come on, you think I need a drunk co-pilot? Really, guys? Great. More of them. And stay down. Really, guys? And stay down. Waste. Come on. Really, guys?
Yagamishi, how was school? Kaito-san wasn't happy about you going solo, you know.
He'll live. He can cry about it to Sugiura.
So he does. Anyway, I couldn't help but notice Skenda Law bending your ear earlier. Anything important?
Right. I haven't filled you in yet, have I?
So a policeman arrested for sexual battery might have actually been fascinating, if not perplexing.
Yeah. And its roots could in fact, the motive for this Tsukumo. Could you find any mention of that?
Already done, I'm afraid. Once the chairman asked us to take his case, if memory serves, he was a third-year student who hung himself at home. The name of the deceased, Toshiro Ehara.
Yeah, that's him.
So, while I did find some murmurings about it online, he didn't leave a suicide note or a will, and investigators never found anything salient.
So I was right before.
His father, however, suspected there may have been a bully, but without enough evidence to back it up. Even so, the lawsuit dragged on until this year. But that level of news hardly...
Yeah, I doubt it would.
And that's all the intel I've dug up regarding the case. Huh?
What's that sound?
I'm testing a system I've been tinkering with. Thought I'd fixed this bug already.
A system for what?
Well, it predicts the occurrence of crimes.
It predicts crime?
Essentially, this
still sounds pretty
amazing. If you say so. I basically cobbled it to Yagamishi. Do you remember when I used my chatter?
Oh yeah, pretty much hacked chatter to see it.
Yep. And though there are substantial differences, the principle is still... We'll start with this little window. It displays all relevant chatter posts after filtering the fluff.
And these posts are all pinpointed on this map of Ijincho?
Right. It maps out where in Ijincho each specific post was made. So my AI constantly combs through Chatter's database as it updates in real time. Then it extracts only the trouble-related chatter for display on the map.
So it actively seeks out trouble? It's wild that you can program around such a vague concept.
Well, in its current iteration, the AI isn't exactly genius material yet, so it still pings some false positives.
There's something else, Tsukumo. What are you going to use it for?
I'd like to use it for promotional
advertising?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And that...
Buzz research.
Consider these. So, the hope is...
Damn.
Well, but directly... at least in theory.
Well, I think you...
I thought you... But with... Anywho...
Go right ahead.
And that should do it. Here you are.
Okay. This is just a big mess. How am I supposed to know where to go?
This is indeed too much noise. In fact, this is entropy in motion. This won't do it all. To solve this, we narrow down the keywords.
In other words, simplify our search?
Yeah, by manually filtering keywords, we can decrease false positives, thereby locating the right spot more accurately.
How do we do that? Does the AI do it for us?
No, not entirely. What the AI does is pick up on any keywords it deems important. Emphasis here on the word any. Meaning it'll turn out duds every now and again.
Yeah, that's still pretty busy.
And therein lies the predicament. To narrow these results down any further, we must depend on instincts, experience, and even inspiration.
So you're saying human intuition?
Precisely. Even in this day and age, human intuition will trump AI every time. That is, until we all become cyborgs. But that's getting ahead of myself. As it stands, Yagamishi, you've got the best intuition out of all of us.
Well, let's just start with a post that smells like trouble. How about this one? I can smell the trouble brewing already.
Oh, interesting. And let's filter our results around that specific term. And there you have it. See, there's a concentration of suspicious keyword usage on this street here. As to what sort of trouble is brewing, you'll have to rely on your good old-fashioned eyeballs. Shady activity isn't always the easiest to spot, so maybe think of it as a sort of treasure hunt.
A treasure hunt for trouble, huh? Does sound right up my alley.
Doesn't it? I can already picture you out there, helping people in need until it all pays off. What could await you at the end of the trail? My heart rate is already spiking.
I'm just glad to have a helpful app.
You know what? That reminds me. I also have a gadget here you may find useful. Can't always be glued to your phone, right?
What is this?
It's a high-end sound collector. It boosts the volume of mid-distance sounds, making them easier to hear from farther away.
A sound collector, huh? I could use this to pick up crap.
That's the idea. With enhanced hearing and geoloc... Now, I do have some other gadgets.
Forward. What a waste. There it is. Excuse me. Please. Excuse me. Judgement. Yep. Either way. Hmm? Aw. Huh? Huh. Hmm? Suspicious. What the? Hmm? This is, I see. No way.
Let's go.
No. Yep. Please. We wish you had.
And stay down.
Yagamishi,
Not
how was
bad.
your By the way, if you'd like, you can enter keywords on your own.
Why would I do that?
Say you putting that into our keyword database will help, and thus in layman.
Gotcha.
Correct. Do make. I know this is a lot, but one last thing. We've also got a bulletin board for case requests. A good number of them are somewhat beyond our. So if you
Hey,
ever.
it never hurts to have more.